Welcome back, everybody, to Diversity LGBTQI Radio. Tonight, I'm going to be chatting with Faith Michaels. She's a legendary artist, singer, songwriter, and she's also one of my favorite drag queens as well. I'm hoping that everybody's been having a wonderful Easter. I've been hoping they've been having some really good food and stuff like that. I'm just sitting, just like doing my show on Easter because I was going to go see my folks, but got to work. It's one of those things you got to do. I can't wait to chat with Faith Michaels because she's one of my favorite guests. I'm just hoping everybody has a wonderful Easter, and I hope everybody's driving safe out there, returning back home because it's a lot of people probably taking like a 3-day weekend. Some people got to go back to work on Monday, and I think also school goes back in session on Monday too. I can't remember. It's been a while. Let me see here. I know The Walking Dead just ended its season finale of season 5, part 2. I tell you the truth, I haven't been really that fond of this part of Walking Dead. It's just one of those. I don't know. I think it was just really weird. I just lost interest in this last half of Walking Dead. I know that Once Upon a Time is getting really interesting lately because, Maleficent finally figured out that her baby's alive and she's on the search for her baby. So wonder how that's all going to play out. I also, I'm going to be having Faith Michaels calling here at 7 o'clock. So I know she came across my old radio show at one time, and I was still doing talking about the paranormal and ghosts and all that. And what I didn't know is the whole entire paranormal and ghost thing was really intrigued Faith Michaels. I didn't really know she was listening to my show at the time, and her agent emailed me a while back, and he goes didn't you have a show that you talked about ghosts and the paranormal and stuff like that? I'm like, yeah, I had a show like that a while back, but I eventually changed my perspective on my show and gave it a new name. I rebranded it and stuff like that. I'm like, that's a metal show and stuff like that. And what I didn't know is Faith Michaels creates illusions of legendary artists like Reba McEntire, Celine Dion, and Lady Gaga, and making crowds of laughter. Her comic pieces or dazzling them with her ever-growing array of fabulous showgirl costumes. And she also comes from from Key West, Florida. I'm like, I would love to be in Key West right now, where it's more warmer. We're not having they're not having a bipolar Ohio weather. And she has a new music video called Never Ever. I think I say it because I'm really bad at pronouncing stuff. She's been releasing. She's on her latest release called Work That Body, and she also has her own radio show as well. It's called Faith Michael Does Key West. I'm really interested about that. I'm going to talk to Faith about her radio show, how that's still going and stuff like that. How she got into just doing something like that. And from what I can tell, she's conducted several exciting interviews, and she recently decided to take her own show in a new direction, launching it. Faith Michael Does Key West podcast affiliated with NoSafeForWork.com. I definitely would love to be a guest on that for sure, because my show gets kind of steamy every once in a while, but. And she's also currently working on new music. She's probably doing some really cool touring and stuff like that. Sorry about that. My phone slipped. So she's probably doing all this really cool touring and getting her name out there and stuff like that. She probably met hundreds and hundreds of fans and stuff like that. I would love to meet her, see what she's like as a person, or as not as an artist or a singer or a drag queen. I just want to know what she's like as herself when she's had downtime and stuff like that in her life. And she's been really, been really insight about it. She has like I love how people have like different types of insights. A lot of people talk about their character of drag. Some say she can be sassy, she can be funny, maybe she can be bitchy, or a kitten with a whip or whatever. I want to know what Faith Michaels' drag persona is like. Is she like kind of like one of these refined queens, or these kind of queens who don't care what people say, or she's like one of these really bubbly queens who just likes a lot of fan attention, and it's like have like all types of interactions with their fans. That's what really draws me to having people like guests on my show. They got to have their fans' attention. Their fans willing to come out to see their shows and stuff like that. I don't waste my time in having people on my show who don't respect their fans and stuff like that. From what I can tell, Faith Michaels respects her fans and loves her fans and all that. That's what I admire about her as well. I mean, a lot of people take their time out to get to know their fans. So yeah. And also, let me see here. I can even find my day planner. Huh. So yeah, I'm actually having some really good guests coming on my show here in this upcoming month. So we're trying to find where I put my day planner. I think my day planner gremlins got a hold of it. Huh. So, found it. Sorry about that, everybody. So let me see here. I'm actually going to be having on April 19th, I'm having Brett Jones on my show. He's the author who wrote the book called Pride. He's the first out gay Navy SEAL and sniper. So I'm going to be having him on my show on the 19th. And then I'm going to be having a very good friend of mine, my good friend Gerald. He's from the movies Bear City 1 and Bear City 2. We're going to be talking about his. Also, he has I can't remember the name. I think it's like I can't remember that movie he's doing right now, but I think it's out now. I do believe. Can't remember. I can't think off the top of my head. So I'm going to be talking to him how he got into doing the whole entire 2 Bear City movies, and if he consider himself as a bear or a daddy or a silver daddy or whatever. There's so many community. I really don't know all of them, so he might even educate me on on a lot of them too as well, because I'm like I don't really partake in the bear community, but I mean. But I had this one, I adopted this one thing from the movie. It's like, I think it was the one that plays Tyler, because there's like something about stroller meat, and I was like saying to my friend of mine at work today, I'm going like, there's like a really hot piece of stroller meat. And she goes like, what's that? And I just had told her what it means, but but I'll explain that on my show at the end of the month what that means. So yeah, it's it's kind of, probably everybody's probably just probably in their ham or turkey comas or whatever, So yeah, it's gonna be one of those kind of quiet days. I'm just like I said, I'm just I'm actually. Tell you the truth, I'm almost booked up for the month of May. That's kind of crazy. But I'm going to try to get that all booked up here soon, and look forward towards June as well. So for in May, I'm having Marty Gold Cummings on my show on May 3rd, now having the legendary actor, director, and writer and creator of the Assorted Lives. His name is Dale Shore. So he also was involved in the Queer as Folk U.S. version of the show. And I'm gonna have one of my favorite returning guests back on my show on May 17th. Brian Rosenberg. He's the co-founder of Gays with Kids. So I'm gonna be talking more about that. About like how he him and his partner adopted their children and stuff like that. He's one of my really good friends, and it's almost a role model in a way. I mean, just how he became a dad and stuff like that. I mean, and stuff like that. I mean, I respect him and his partner, becoming two wonderful dads to their children and stuff like that. I really like how some people do that because it's awesome. So yeah, I was reading somewhere online where I'm not sure how many people even seen it or whatever. It's where the state of Indiana passed a freedom of religion bill, or whatever it's called, and I guess now they're trying to reword it not to offend the LGBTQI community and stuff like that. I'm like, I have no intentions going to Indiana anymore. I'm actually starting to boycott Indiana. And there's also this mom and pop pizzeria or whatever. It's somewhere in Indiana, and I guess some right winger is donated almost. They donated like $850,000 to the people who owned the pizzeria and stuff like. I guess now the owners of the pizzeria, they're in hiding because of all the hate mail and threats that they've been getting and stuff like that. I'm like, they don't believe in they don't want to cater to same-sex marriages and stuff like that. I'm like, what are we gonna do? Like, are we gonna automatically if they if we actually touch them, they're gonna catch it or whatever? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't understand people sometimes. It's really confusing. So yeah. I mean, it's been like all over Facebook and stuff like that. I'm like, like I said, I'm because I'm boycotting Indiana, so I'm not even go to say. I'm not going to go to Indiana for ghost hunts and stuff like that, or any types of paranormal conventions and stuff like that. Because I'm like, Indiana's not going to get none of my money, so I'm not going to give any. I don't want this town to be mean. I'm not going to give anybody my money who does a convention in the state of Indiana. That's my own prerogative. So I'm like, if they don't like it, it's TFB. So yeah, I'm just done with Indiana. So right now, I'm just focusing on the positive and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess after this week is next week, not this week on, but the following week, I'm actually gonna be partaking in what they call the AIDS Walk here in Columbus, Ohio. I'm going to be taking part in that. It's a 5K walk to help raise money for HIV and AIDS. So it's for a very good cause. I'm going to be taking part in that. So, I'm going to have to get up at the crack of dawn in order to go downtown Columbus and register and stuff like that. You know darn well this man. I'm not going to be able to have my coffee. I'm going to have my coffee. I'm gonna have my Starbucks and stuff like that. I gotta have my coffee because I get really antsy when I don't have my coffee. So can't wait for that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to get everything ready here, and I have some minor setbacks on some things right now, but when in doubt, it'll work itself out. So yeah. Oh gosh, you can definitely tell the algae season starting. So So I actually got done. I'm not sure how many people actually